Guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me today. I'm in my Model Y. I just bought this car 3 or 4 weeks ago. I did a couple videos on this already as far as the pricing go, the specs on this. I'll leave those in the description down below. But today I want to talk about the full self-driving capability because this car has that full capability. Now, it's not just this month-long free trial that Tesla's offering everyone. When I bought this car, I transferred full self-driving from my Tesla Model 3 to this car. Tesla was allowing that last quarter. They're also allowing it this quarter, quarter 2, 2024. I also was able to transfer the free supercharging from a Model S to this car as well. So 2 cars, both of those packages transferred to this car. So I was pretty excited about that I was able to get my full self-driving transferred to this car. This car now has that option, which is great, especially now that software version 12 has come out. And it's much improvement over the previous version. It's not considered beta anymore. It's called supervised full self-driving. It's not fully autonomous yet, so the car's not driving itself. Someone still has to be in the car to drive it. I mean, for the longest time, Tesla's had a cost of $12,000. It's been $10,000. It's been $8,000. It's been $15,000 to buy that capability up front when you bought the car. Or even if you didn't add it on the car, you always have the option. You can go on and you can subscribe to it. You can buy it after the fact, or you can pay a monthly cost. And for however long they've offered that, for at least the last couple of years or so, it's always been around $199 a month to subscribe to full self-driving if you just want to do a month-to-month basis, if you don't want to pay out $12,000 for it. Well, just a couple of days ago, Tesla lowered the price of that from $199 down to $99. They cut the price in half, and it's now available. Anyone that has hardware 3.0, they have the full self-driving computer, they can subscribe to that. You can have it for $100 a month, $99 a month, which is a great deal. Now, you can do that a few ways. You can do that in the car. You go in the car, you can go to upgrades on the control panel, and you can upgrade to that. You can also do it through the app. If I go into the app of the car, this car already has the full self-driving capability, but if I go into the app, I go into my Model 3, and I just go under on the main screen, I go to upgrades, software upgrades, and then subscribe. $99 a month for the car. That $99 price tag makes it a lot more attractive than it was for $200. And the fact that it's a better software program now, it's doing a lot better. It's reacting a lot better. It's actually driving a lot better. It's doing full self-driving. But I'm wondering, like, would I pay $99 a month? Would you guys pay $99 a month for the subscription on that? I'm curious about that. It also is because it is month to month. So if you want it 1 month, you can pay for it and then cancel it. Say if you do a lot of like road trips or longer drives in the summertime, maybe you subscribe to it for a month or 2 months during the summertime while you're doing a lot of road trips, because it is nice to have, if your car just has base autopilot, which most cars now are just coming with base autopilot, it is better to have the full self-driving or enhanced autopilot, because when you're driving on the highway and you hit your blinker to change lanes, if you have that capability on your car, it will change lanes for you. It'll turn the blinker off. And if you just have the base autopilot, you have to turn your blinker on, disengage the auto steer, and then re-engage it with the drive lever here, down twice to re-engage it every time you change lanes. So that does get a little inconvenient. It would get a little bit of a hassle if you're on a long road trip and you're constantly, changing lanes and going around cars and things like that. Tesla also has not changed the price to buy it outright. If you go into the screen here and you go under, there's the subscribe tab, but if you go to the buy tab, full self-driving capability is still $12,000. Enhanced autopilot is $6,000. So they haven't changed the price to buy it outright, and there has been rumors of Tesla doing away with the ability to purchase it outright, and you will have the ability to subscribe like on a monthly basis. Now, if you do the math, you're paying $99 a month. To buy it outright, it's $12,000. It's going to take almost 122 months to pay $12,000 in monthly subscription fees. That's just over 10 years is the kind of the return on that. So it's if you keep the car that long, with that $99 price tag, they are making it a good deal, really attractive to use it, especially now that everyone's gotten a little taste of it, everyone's gotten a little trial of it, a month long. To add it on for $100 a month is a little more reasonable than it was in the past at $200. I think what I'm going to do is I have it on this is my 2024 Model Y. I already have the full capability on this car. So this one, there's no upgrade available for this one, but for my Model other Model Y that my wife drives, that's our 7-seater. If we were going on like a road trip and like all, you know, my wife and I and 4 kids all had to go, I might just do the $99 subscription for that month and, you know, just kind of use it at that point. So I think I'll just kind of use it, add it onto the other car as needed in the months that I actually would need it or want it, instead of just keeping it on, you know, every single month. All right, guys, so to kind of switch gears a little bit, I want to talk about if you're buying a used, like let's say you're looking at a used Model 3. This is my Model 3 2018 long-range rear-wheel drive. I'm in the process of selling this because I've already stripped off the full self-driving package. It has Autopilot. I want to show you a few things you want to consider when looking at a used car, because some of these are kind of confusing, and I don't want you to get caught buying a car you don't know what package it has. So here I am inside the car. Whenever you're considering a used Tesla, you want to go into this control screen here, and then go into software. So have the seller look at this, show you this screen, what the software screen shows you. What this shows is the package. It has the mileage, the trim. This is a long-range rear-wheel drive, but it has the full self-driving computer, which is good. So this means that it can subscribe to the full self-driving package, or if it already has it, it's already included. But for example, to an untrained person, this appears that it has the full self-driving capability, which is good, right? But if you see here, there's an expiration date on that, May 2nd, 2024. Tesla is giving everyone a free trial right now. So if you didn't know that, you would think, oh, this car has full self-driving capability, it's included, it's got that $12,000 option already included. Well, that's not the case. If there's a date down here, it means it's going to expire on some point. It means it's either on the subscription basis or it's under a free trial like this one is. So this car really only has Autopilot. It just has this for a limited time. So if this had the full self-driving capability, the $12,000 option prepaid on it, it would just say included package right there. Like the premium connectivity, it has the included package. This is the LTE plan, the data plan. This car doesn't have to buy it. It has it included for the life of the car. So that's an included package. Whenever there's a date there, that means it's on a subscription basis. So I want to show you, there's a chart here I made. I want to show you how the different levels of driver assistance programs here. A buddy of mine bought a Model 3 of 2019, and when he pulled up the screen here, I didn't realize it at the time, but where this one says full self-driving capability, his said Autopilot safety features. And that might sound like it's Autopilot. It's not. It's just basically like emergency braking or lane departure warning. It basically just has cruise control. It won't help steer in the lane. It won't adaptive cruise. You want to avoid cars that have this Autopilot safety feature, because in order to get Autopilot, you have to pay $3,000 to upgrade just to get base Autopilot. And once you have Autopilot, Autopilot is a good package. So if your car says Autopilot right here, then Autopilot is a good system. That means it steers for itself in the lane and it does adaptive cruise. It works really good. But if you want to upgrade, if you have Autopilot and you want to upgrade to enhanced Autopilot, it's $6,000. If you want to upgrade to full self-driving, it's $12,000. So if you can find a car that has full self-driving capability and it says included package, that means it has this $12,000 option already prepaid, which is really good. So you can see the difference between this one and this one is almost $15,000, because you'd have to upgrade to Autopilot, and then from Autopilot it's $6,000 or $12,000. So there's a huge difference in the driver assistance packages on these cars. So I would say avoid cars with this one. If you can find one that has this already included, where it says included package, that is the best. That's what this car had, but I stripped it off and added it to my Model Y. Guys, that's just some information on what Tesla has going on right now with their full self-driving package. Also some information when you're looking for a car to see what package it has. That's going to also determine the value, how much you pay for that car, what it's going to be worth to you if it has the full self-driving capability, enhanced Autopilot, or the dreaded Autopilot safety features, because you have to, if it has the safety features, you have to upgrade. It's almost $3,000 just to upgrade to Autopilot directly. So at least get Autopilot on your car if you're doing that, if you're buying a used one. If you're buying a new one right now, 2024s, they all have base Autopilot, so you don't have to worry about that safety features one. But I think the way to go is if you're even slightly curious or want to try the full self-driving, Tesla is doing the trial right now. If you use my referral link and you buy a car, you do get 3 months full self-driving capability included, and then you can continue it on a month-to-month basis as needed for only $99 a month, which I think is a pretty good deal. Guys, well, thanks for watching the video. Be sure to stay tuned to the channel. We're going to do some full self-driving trials and just kind of go through the system and how it works a little bit more on this car, also the other car that has it as well. Guys, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one. Thanks.